Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Leo reading. This is occurring on the August the 4th, and it's emphasizing for those of you, particularly with Sagittarius rising, this is emphasizing your natural house. This is the house of your ability to disseminate inspired ideas to a larger community, to live, learn, grow, travel, explore a diversity within the world. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, but I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence and all of the beautiful messages that I receive from you. It feels so good to be appreciated. And I appreciate you back. So let's get started with your overall energy. Sagittarius, the Ace of Cups. This is a beautiful card of healing, of opening up your heart, of digging into your most creative, imaginative, sensitive self. There's a huge sense of safety that I'm getting from this card, a huge sense that you are traveling among fellow travelers, that you are in a community, whether seen or unseen, where you are not only understood, but that you can trust and have faith in who you are and what your gifts are. There's a sense that there is a flow occurring to your life, even in your ability to release old stories and to open up to a new experience of your emotional experiences, your feelings, your sense of what you've learned from the experiences in your life, and this confirmation that you are loved and you are central to your life's experience is one that feels new for you. So this is beautiful energy that is resonating with this sense of a shining heart. In the 10th house, we have the Death house. This is the way in which you are seen by others. It could define your social position in the world, and the Death card is about a rebirth that you're experiencing. This rebirth is coming after a long period of letting go, of releasing things, of recognizing that your beliefs have changed, that your sense of who you are and the place you have in the world has changed, of not taking your experiences for granted. There's a feeling that the joy you give, the wisdom you hold, the inspiration you offer to others is something that you may have taken for granted in the past, not seen, not understood, and instead perhaps evaluated yourself by more traditional conventions and rules. There's a sense now that you have been doing this amazing work all along. This is a strong message that I'm getting throughout around this new moon in Leo, that you have always been where you were meant to be. You've always done what you were meant to do, but you didn't understand its value. Now you are stepping into a place of not only value, but flow, of love, of self-respect, of taking yourself seriously, taking the gifts you have, which have perhaps seemed frivolous or joyful, adventurous, not serious, for granted, and now you understand the importance you hold in your community, the value you bring to others. In the first house, the King of Cups is really underscoring this sense of having learned a great deal, gaining a great deal of wisdom from your experiences, the experiences of your heart, that the joyful, depending on the experience of some of you, the sort of itinerant life, doing many things that you were often quite good at, moving through experiences simply because they appeal to you or were available or you were offered or invited to do so, has actually gained you a wealth of experience in helping you to understand how to relate your wisdom to others. The wisdom that you once took for granted, you now realize its value and how others being drawn to you for that is serious, is an important opportunity, not just for them, but for yourself. This is a constant sense of validation that you get through the wisdom that others seek from you. You are someone that others come to ask your perspective. They respect your wisdom, your integrity, your understanding that this is not about you, but that you inform the wisdom that others are seeking. And it is your highly spiritual and principled approach, as well as your vision of an ideal world and community, that flavors your ability to be this trusted confidant to others. And you do that through your vulnerability, your acceptance of this open, in some cases, what some would call a bleeding heart, the ability to cry uncontrollably for some of you, uh, because you're joyful, because you feel the cosmic energy surging through you in these moments of offering the wisdom you've gained and helping others to see that you mean it, that you understand it, that these are your truths. Whether they're relatable to others or not is not your concern. You are this incredibly articulate and emotionally forgiving, soothing energy that others are seeking out. In the fourth house, the Queen of Swords shows a very different energy that you possess on your own behalf right now. Right now, aware, understanding your value, understanding the basis of your value in your truths, the truths that you continue to be open to, the new ideas that you continue to facilitate for others, is again this point of strength. This is what makes you the mediator, the ability to be dispassionate about the ideas that you circulate, dispassionate about your curiosity about how these ideas impact others, the buy-in, the participation you solicit from others in your ability to circulate new ideas, to be open to new ways of doing things. That comes down to the experience of your own life, seeing yourself challenge your own assumptions and a new understanding of your reality that you are privy to at this time. And for the seventh house, the house of your significant others, we have the Temperance card. This is one of your cards. And it's interesting that this is the card of patience. Right now, the patience that you are exhibiting in the world is a result of the miraculous reinvestment that you now see, the kind of re envisioning of who you are and your value to others. So that as you have been patient with others, you now are learning to be patient with yourself. That the patience is rewarding, that it allows you the space to circulate in this world of ideas, of information, of exchanging with others at a global level, whatever that means to you, your world, within your world, your openness to a diversity of ideas and information, individuals, communities, is something that constantly feeds you. And that requires incredible patience. It requires incredible humility. And this is a place where you have learned to excel. This grounds your wisdom. And this helps you to continue to be relevant to others because you're always looking for uh, a kind of universal truthfulness in your experience. It isn't just enough for you to know what's good for you. For it to have value for you through your exercise of sharing what you need to understand how this is truthful or supportive or illuminating for others. I hope this reading is resonating for you, Sagittarius. I'm going to pull a flora and fauna of Africa, and I pulled the jaguar. And the key word here is spirituality. Reclaim your spiritual power. Seek the guidance of your ancestors to manifest the changes you want in your life. And from the Hummingbird Oracle, I have pulled Flying Solo. Your wings are strong. You can rely and trust your resources to carry you forward successfully. I think these are pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to clarify the King of Cups in the first house with the Four of Swords in the second house and the Magician in the third house. The Four of Swords is describing on a practical, everyday level your understanding that this is a time of healing and in some cases real retreat for you. You are cycling through experiences from your past in order to extract the lessons from those to such a degree that you recognize these difficulties, challenges, obstacles you've overcome here by the grace of God experience as contributing to your sense of gratitude, that you could not be where you are without the experiences you've had. You're reevaluating what you believed was for you, where you believed you should be, and instead of resonating with those expectations of others, seeking to comply, you've really come to understand that you are exactly where you need to be, and perhaps have always been. So this sense of gratitude is what is become your spiritual foundation, that you are part of an abundant universe and uniquely capable of managing the resources that you have. Of course, the Magician is all about the way that you are teaching and learning, the way that you're understanding the opportunities that are available to you now, the way in which others are drawn to your wisdom, to your advisement. This is a unique opportunity for you to process, share your process with others, not simply your pearls of wisdom, your intelligence, but your process to communicate this deeply nuanced spiritual way in which experience is recycled in order to take us to a place of empowerment. So you are actually understanding that what it is you envision is what it is you can empower and manifest at this time. The Queen of Swords in the fourth house is clarified by the Hierophant. Is that the Hierophant? No, this is Justice in the fifth house and the Three of Staffs in the sixth house. Justice is about understanding and balancing. And there are a couple of cards here of balance. um, your experiences that have felt in many ways at different times very oppressive, unfair, feeling passed over, working hard without the reward that you believed you were deserving of. And I'm sorry, I was distracted. And this sense that things were not balancing out in your favor, that you were not receiving the rewards that you had earned. This is particularly true when it comes to whatever your creative gifts are. Your ability to speak, to present, to communicate, to teach, however you've experienced those gifts, your vast investment has not felt as though it paid off, has been paying off for you. And in many ways, you're coming to a deeper understanding of, in fact, how you have benefited, how you are being rewarded through your efforts, through your commitment to your creative voice, to standing up for yourself, to speaking your narrative, that you are actually at a place of tremendous empowerment. The Three of Staffs is about the way you're putting together a plan, your vision, you're manifesting your vision in the real world with those around you, with those you engage in consistently, so that you are uh, putting out the feelers, making connections with others, doing the research, looking for the likely locations of your exploration, looking to those communities that you're unfamiliar with that can offer you new evidence, new opportunities for connection and for the dissemination of your experience, your truths, the truths that you hold in common. The Temperance card in the seventh house is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune in the eighth and the Lover's card in the ninth. Wow. It's critical right now that you are at a choice point, I feel. That you are seeing your opportunities revolve back to you, be reflected back to you. So there's a sense here with these two cards that you have given, committed, overgiven, uh, been in partnership, perhaps made choices that always felt significant to you, that you always gave authentically to those you authentically connected to. However, that sense of connection was not always reciprocated to you. That the sense of injustice was a part of your overgiving in some cases, and being dismissed or outright rejected. Other choices were made. You were not the chosen one in so many cases. However, the universe is recognizing that you are understanding the lessons of that, and that you are understanding that by committing to yourself rather than outside of yourself, that you are recognizing a higher purpose, a reason for your rationale to pursue your dreams. It's as though you never felt your dreams were worthy of pursuing, that there was someone else or something else that needed you more, and you've responded often to, I dare say, your own detriment. Now, as you choose yourself, that means you're committed to the self respecting of your value, this understanding of the vast resources that not only you have to give, but that you have been giving. And that there is really no reason to feel a sense of uh, oppression or overwhelm, mistreatment, because you have always given the best of yourself whenever possible. It's something you almost intuitively do. This is a way in which you meet opportunities enthusiastically and are not almost incapable of masking your true feelings. That's coming back to you in spades as you now commit to investing in yourself, to choosing you in any project, in any partnership, in any community. You choose and align with those things that are of benefit to you, that feel good to you, that support you. And this has been a long time coming. This is providing you with the opportunity to truly build something now, to truly build an expression of your talents and gifts and receive the just reward and recognition for that. The Death card in the 10th house is clarified by the Three of Swords in the 11th house, and the Justice card, yes, the Justice card in the 12th house. What I was calling the Justice card in in your 5th house is actually the Chariot, so forgive me. These cards sometimes get mixed up, and I'm going to kind of rephrase not anything that I've said. I'm not taking that away because fortunately my guides have it made me out not to be a liar with the Justice card in your 12th house. This sense of balancing out your experiences so that you are receiving the recognition that you deserve, but really helping you to clear away your distractions from others, not waiting for others to get themselves together, to pull their act together so that they can support you. You're abandoning that strategy and you are recognizing that you have all that you need to focus on your own goals. This is about deciding that you're going to be a success rather than contemplating, waiting for, or investing in the success of others. You've supported so many others to be successful. Whether they were successful enough or not is out of your hands, but now you're committing to your own success and aligning yourself with anything that supports that, with a deep understanding that this is an act of self-love and self-respect, honoring your gifts. And apparently, it's about time. It really is feeling as though you have waited a long, long time for not. And of course, there is no such thing as for not because you've learned. You've had to learn. You've had to overinvest in others, see that connection fail in order for you to realize that you didn't need them to invest in you. You needed to invest in you. And now that you've gotten that, you really are recognizing all the trail of broken hearts that you have survived. For many of you, this is a long story of rejection from the myriad of communities you feel aligned with at some level, feeling the desperation to belong, never being given back, never being offered back, never feeling claimed by anyone. Now that you understand, surviving those lessons, understanding those gifts means you already belong. You have always belonged. You've always belonged to your vision. And you're now grateful for those gifts. You now understand this is contributing to this ability to be grateful for what you have overcome, even for the disappointments, even for the failures. And again, the Justice card is about finding this harmony within yourself, this balance within who you are, understanding that the sense of oppression that you have so long experienced, being excluded, being outside, is now emerging as this incredible empowerment, not just for you, but for others with whom you are relating, you are connecting. you are advocating for. Sharing your story is uplifting them as well. I'm going to pull a yogic path oracle, and I pulled Sarasvati. As I shuffle upside down, I hope this reading has been useful to you, and I welcome your thoughts always. Sarasvati is the goddess of creativity, intuition, and insight. Sarasvati appears when you've surrendered to creativity, the endless stream that we only catch glimpses of, but can feed us for life. She's the sacred river, flowing with divine wisdom, nourishing us with nectar for the soul, art, music, dance, and literature. You may draw upon Sarasvati when new ideas are flourishing and you're channeling universal wisdom. Sarasvati appears in the ingenious moment when you think of something straight from the heavens, when you lose yourself in dance, when you become one with the music. She is the very source of all inspiration, embodying the cosmos through communication, meditation, intuition, speech, and sound. Sarasvati has come to you to deliver the message to pursue that creative idea with full force. You're fully supported by her blessings. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Until next time, namaste.